Open. We're on the eastern shore of Lake Michigan, and we have a sellout crowd. I'm Chris Marlowe, and here comes the Geeter. Check out the early action of our championship final. LeGrande and Neto, Holdren and Rogers. A speedy opening rally. Won by LeGrande and Neto, the opening point. It was 1-0. A moment later, it was 2-1. And the put away, that made it 3-1. LeGrande and Neto. Moments later, 3-2. Kind of a spazzy rally. That made it 3-3. At 5-3, Holdren and Rogers. Watch this. Little tap down. Holdren gets it back, and he puts it away. That made it 6-3, Holdren and Rogers. LeGrande, though, would answer. Ace for Lee. 6-4. Watch LeGrande again. The Hoopy and White variety. They made it 6-5. Then, at 6-5, watch this. LeGrande going for 3 in a row, and they would get it. Neto with a put away. Tied at 6-all. At 6-6, LeGrande and Neto would take their first lead. The big block! Neto. Dax and Todd would come back. Working on Neto, they stuff him. 7-7. Great early action in our championship final. The AVP Tour, that's Grenoble finishing third. Whitmarsh and Seaman get fourth. How about Larry Witt and Brent Frohoff? A strong fifth place showing. The new partnerships of Brian Lewis, David Swadek, Adam Jewell, and Adam Johnson. Disappointing weekends. Now, talking about for 12 years. So not everyone switches as we return to our championship final. LeGrande and Neto here on the near side, Holdren and Rogers on the far side. 9-7 is our score. Rogers and Holdren ahead. LeGrande. Nice dig by Rogers. Pretty good set. Rogers pokes. Dug up. LeGrande. Holdren on the run. Looking for a point. Holdren. Got it! Make the score 10-7, and the crowd comes alive. Most of the crowd rooting for Holdren and Rogers. They don't like the bad boy, LeGrande. Remember, in an earlier match, he called the fans Midwest Barneys, a derogatory term, especially if you live in the Midwest. All right, they're working on LeGrande. It's 10-7, and LeGrande chips it into the corner. LeGrande started the year with Brent Doble. They won a tournament. LeGrande, if he wins today, will become the winningest player on tour in terms of tournaments won. He will have 2. 7-10. Rogers with the pound.
Todd Rogers, the artist.
Todd Rogers going over the top and down. Remember last week in Santa Barbara, it was an exhausted Rogers and Holdren. They had a 14-6 lead on the very same LeGrande and Neto and let it slip away and lost the tournament. There's an ace. A little bit different this week as Holdren and Rogers look as fresh as Lori, our AVP weather girl. It's a 4-point lead. Dax continues to serve. Working on Franco. And Franco pounds it down the middle. Little pinball defense and into the net. Holdren and Rogers have scored 5 in a row. And the crowd is with them in Muskegon, Michigan. One more look at some great pinball defense. Bing, bing.
Everything he does.
Trying to poke it over is LeGrande. He can't do it. 12-7. LeGrande and Franco are down. And a timeout is called. Certainly no tournament would be complete without Dancing Marvin Hall. Yes, we're so far 6 different winners. That is going to change today. Dax Holdren and Todd Rogers looking for their 2nd win on the AVP Tour. They won in Chicago, now trying to wrap it up here against LeGrande and Franco Neto. They lead 12-7. Holdren serving. They've been working on Franco and having good success. And Franco puts it away. Franco, one of 5 children. He's 33 years old, grew up in Brazil, coming to the United States to play volleyball. And he gets a side out for his team. Still not too late for a comeback. Remember, LeGrande and Neto came back from 14-6 a week ago. I wonder if Rogers and Holdren are thinking about that. LeGrande pops it down the line. Here comes Rogers. And Lee is right there. Chance to get the rally going. Lee LeGrande tapping out of bounds. And all the Midwest Barneys go, Yahoo! What a personality. Lee LeGrande played his college ball at Pepperdine. Maybe overshadowed on that team. Chip McCaw and some of the great players. Tom Sorensen. The ball back to Holdren and Rogers. Working on Lee LeGrande. 12-7 our score. LeGrande tapping. A little lollipop. Here comes Todd Rogers for point number 13. Got it. Let me say that a little bit better. Got it.
At 13-7.
So Rogers and Holdren are in command. A timeout taken on the sand. And it's party time here in Muskegon. The Geeter going to do some dancing for us. Look at the Geeter go. Marlowe used to have moves like that. Geeter. Oh, yeah. And Geeter going to the worm. You don't see the worm that much on the AVP Tour, especially a guy doing it in the sand. So the Geeter is out of gas. Fans love it. Really a happening on the AVP Tour this year. Hope you can come out and check out one of the tournaments. Been huge crowds wherever the AVP Tour has gone. And that continues here in Muskegon. LeGrande and Franco up against the firing squad wall. They trail 13-7. LeGrande looks like he's out of gas. Nice dig by Holdren. Chance to go to 14. Holdren! Not yet. LeGrande goes and gets it. Franco taps it straight down on his side of the net. So it doesn't appear the comeback will take place this weekend. Dax Holdren and Todd Rogers, the fan favorites, probably the two nicest guys on the AVP Tour, now lead 14-7. This could be a championship point. Rogers serving LeGrande. Can Lee put one more away? No! Rogers digs him. And somebody touched the net. I think it was Holdren. So Dax into the net. Franco and LeGrande get one more chance. And here comes Franco. Franco and LeGrande, champions of the Karts Classic in Santa Barbara. But down big here. Dax Holdren. And Dax whacks one off the net and down. That'll look like detonation in the stat sheet tomorrow. So the crowd is up, second championship point. But first, a timeout for the exhausted team of Lee LeGrande and Franco Neto. They have worked their way through the losers bracket. They've been down big in 3 match AVP Tour. Can they do it right here? Dax, clean-cut looking lad, isn't he? He'll serve it easy, right to Lee LeGrande. LeGrande pounding. Nobody can stop him. Look at that body. You know, Lee LeGrande, if you haven't been to an AVP tournament, he is a teen idol, mobbed by fans around the country. Not particularly by the Midwest Barneys, but everywhere else we go, he is the man. So now LeGrande huffing and puffing, starting to cramp a little bit. Spins one to Rogers. Last week, Rogers couldn't hit in the final. And this time he guides it down the line. No, it's out. And LeGrande and Neto get a point. And LeGrande says, come on, cheer for me, you Barneys. Cheer for me, rev it up. 14-8. Could there be another comeback here? I don't think so. Not enough time left in this show. LeGrande serving. He continues to work on Rogers. And Rogers tapping over the top. Franco Neto in no man's land. So another chance at championship point. Todd Rogers set to put the ball in play. Looking for his second win of the year. They'll go to LeGrande. Rogers is there. He'll get a swing for the win. Rogers. No, LeGrande digs him. Back to Raji. Raji, a swing for the win. LeGrande says no. He pokes it back over. Raji, a swing for the win. No. Dax Holdren, a swing for the win. No. Franco with a dig. Holdren, a swing for the win. The second win of the year for Dax Holdren and Todd Rogers. Clearly, they are the #1 team on the AVP Tour at this point in time. Rogers and Holdren win. LeGrande and Neto finish second. One more look at a great closing rally. Watch Holdren go and get it, falling on his belly like a reptile, and finishing it off with a Leo DeRocher high touch shot. Hey, Hovland's here. Let's go down to him with the winners.
Congratulations, guys.